And the reason you do that is each one of them has different loads and different powders that they use.
Right.
So you find out whichever powder that you want to put in there. You find out which book it's in, and you go from there.
Okay.
45 ACP. Okay, so that's a 185 grain jacketed hollow point. Now, what you need to, next thing you need to know is case trim length.
Okay.
See, it says .893.
Okay.
And maximum case length is .898. Okay. So what you do then is you come up here and you get your caliper and you set it to the case trim length, which would be 0.893. When you're loading for accuracy, you want them all exactly the same.
Right.
Okay, so these, it seems like somebody's done a real good job. These are probably pull downs, is what I would say.
What exactly does pull down mean?
A pull down is an overrun. Somebody ordered, say the military ordered 100,000 rounds, okay? And then when they start setting up for it, they might run 110,000 rounds. And what it is, that last 10,000 is an overrun. So what they do is they pull the bullets, pull the powder out. A lot of times you can look in there, you can actually see where the powder was at one time.
Okay.
So these are factory. These are factory. They're not. They've never been shot. They've never been reloaded. This is new brass.
Okay.
I'll run this one all the way through. Okay.
Okay.
Which it should be clean. Which I'll do that in a minute anyway. Okay. You notice it goes all the way down.
Right.
And that's where I'm going to leave it right there. I had this set for mine, but the reason I took it loose is to show you how it's done.
Okay.
And see, now it's bottomed out.
Okay.
And now it's reset.
Okay.
So now the primer has been taken out. Now, the reason I put this out, this is your fine adjustment right here.
Okay.
So what I did was I went ahead and put it out to where I want it.
Okay.
And then retighten it.
Case trimmer.
Okay. See what it did?
Mm-hmm.
You got these little.
Okay. Now what exactly
This
is that?
is a chamfering tool.
Chamfering tool. Okay.
What you do is this one goes to the inside.
Okay.
And what it does, it gets rid of all the rough edges on the inside. Because if you didn't do that, it would scratch the bullet.
Right.
Okay. And you also do the outside. Now on a 45 on the outside, it seats on the mouth of the rim. Okay.
Okay.
So you got to just very lightly, because when we crimp this one, it's going to be very little crimp.
Okay.
Okay. Then the next thing you do is you see how the crud is in these primer pockets.
Okay.
Then you get your primer pocket cleaning tool. And then
Okay. Nice and clean.
Now what I like.
Okay, well, lead bullets you can go to 452s, but with jacketed it needs to be 451.
451s. Yeah.
Okay.
In an auto.
And that is a lead bullet that you're going to be putting in there.
Yep, and that's a 200 grain
Okay.
semi-wad cutter, and that's a pistol bullet. Pistol charges. Do not try to run them through a powder thrower.
Okay.
because they are so light and they won't meter right.
Right.
Plus, a tenth of a grain in a pistol can blow your face off. It wouldn't matter in a rifle bullet, you know, say a 30-06 or 308, a tenth of a grain means nothing.
Right.
But in a pistol, you have to get them exactly perfect. I mean, every time, zero this thing out.
Okay, zero up the scale.
You know, a lot of shotgun powders can be used as a pistol powder. Okay, so if I wanted to, I could use red dot, 231, which is also a shotgun powder. I can use unique, which is another shotgun powder, pistol and shotgun. I can use PB, which is another shotgun powder or pistol powder. Green dot.
Okay.
So there's Herco, Bullseye. You know, they're all in here.
Okay.
In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 231 overall length.
Okay.
So, and each bullet has an overall length, okay? So 1.225 for the XTP, 1.135 for the Full Metal Jacket semi-wad cutter.
Okay.
Okay, then I go back over here to the 200 grain semi-wad cutter, 1.20.
Okay.
So now I got to find out if it's 1.20.
Okay.
1.985.
Am I doing that? Okay, hold on just a second. Now explain that again, what you're doing here now.
I'm chamfering.
Okay.
What I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of a bevel on the inside and the outside of the case.
Okay.
Because when you start your bullet, if it starts it up against something solid, you'll scratch the bullet or collapse the case.
Right.
So you have to make a little bit of a bevel so when you start
it
the
goes
bullet.
in there. Right.
A lot of times people on factory ammo don't bother, and then all of a sudden they got an oops.
Okay. And you've been doing this how many years?
32? No longer than that. I started doing it in 1976.
1976. What time did you, what year did you get out of the military?
1970.
Oh, okay. Okay, now what do we got there?
That is a stuck case remover.
Okay.
If you forget to lubricate, or you got a bad case that split and you didn't see it, or it splits when it's in the die, you got to get it out. We got Tight Group, Bullseye, 231 power pistol, HB 38, long shot, HS6. What I have the most of is HS6.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got some 231, but I need to get some more. I've got maybe a third of a pound of 231, but I've got a full pound of HS6.
Okay.
Notice every one of them are coming out they're coming out exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
And that's what you strive for. You try to get it to where when you put your powder in the scale that it comes out identical as every time. It gives you more consistency when you shoot.
Right. And the different powders you use, different amounts. That book will tell you that, right?
Mm-hmm. The book tells you what you need.
Okay. Okay, that's called a what?
This is your for your bullet seeder. This has the depth that goes down in there.
Okay.
Okay, down in the base of this, it has a very little. You can adjust the crimp on it, but you don't really need to because with a 45 ACP, you need very little or no crimp.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now,
That's a bullet and crimp die.
yeah, bullet seeding and crimp.
Okay. These over here you just put to your left are all uncharged. And those over there to your right are charged.
Yep.
Okay.
I say you come up with your own technique, where you're a lot more comfortable with it. You hear it go click.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And now let me ask you this. Okay, you already beat me to it, but that's why I was going to ask you about sizing. You want to size those?
Yep.
Yep.
Actually, I can bring this up just a hair.
When you say up, you're talking about going a little deeper.
No, I'm going where the bullet comes out a little shallower.
Okay, more shallower. Okay, I got you.
Okay, so, but this one is definitely shootable because it's.
Now we get to use a kinetic bullet puller. I wonder how they came up with that name.
Because it uses kinetic energy. It uses the energy of your arm to move something.
Okay.
Kinetic energy is movement. There you go. Nope. Did that time.
Okay. Got him out of there.
Mm-hmm. See?
Yep.
It popped it right out.